up, guys? So I ordered some stencils from Custom Bait Shop. Anyways, they had some good looking stuff. I wanted to try them out, so I went ahead and ordered them, and yes, I paid for everything. I talked to the owner, and he seemed like a super great guy. He wrote me a little note here, kind of wanted him to see some of my work, so I went ahead and sent him some information. I got some pretty awesome stickers. Those are going to be going in the paint booth here, one of them at least. Here is his card if you guys ever want to check him out. CustomBaitShop.com right there. Email, phone. There's the Adam here is the owner and lead artist. Anyhow, let's get in here and see what we got. Your work deserves to be seen. I want to feature it. Well, maybe we'll get there. I don't know. One of these days. Oh, what's this? Oh, he sent me a sweet bait. Check that out. I don't know what that is, but it's very unique. Huh. Well, maybe I'll give that a whirl. Pretty good looking lure. Sweet, man, thanks. I really do appreciate it. If you watch this video, thank you. I did not pay for that, folks. So, another reason why you might want to buy something from this dude. Anyway, let's see what else we got here. This packing material. Let's get this out of the way. Good knife here. We'll open some of these up and have a little look at them. All right. There we go. Let's do 3 sides will be enough. Okay, my word. I hope these are thin. I don't even know how to get it off of here. Oh boy, they are thin. Oh, and they're sticky too. I didn't even know that. Okay, well, let's see here. Kind of get an idea. Kind of got some like long teardrops or an oval shape. I'm not going to unstick that until I'm ready to use it. Okay, so we'll set that on the side. I'm going to assume this one is the same. I'll open it so you can kind of see it. If I can. Yeah. I'm just going to peel back some of it here so I ain't here all day. Anyways, there you go. You can kind of see this pattern we got there is kind of a diamond almost, like a rounded diamond. I really like that. I think that'll look really nice. Okay. Now, let's open a couple of these. I'm not sure if these are sticky or not. They got a little different backing. I don't know what I ordered. I just seen a new company that, or one that I haven't seen, and I wanted to try them out. So, kind of share my thoughts on them with you guys. Might give you some someone new to try. Let's see here. These seem to be sticky as well, which is fine. Let's see if we can get a do that. Those are a little more of an actual fish scale complete shape. Okay, real scale large pattern. Okay, now we got soft diamond small pattern. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. Soft diamond small pattern. Oh yeah. I hope you guys can see this all right. I'm trying to get some usable glare on it. It's kind of a pain, really. But anyways, they're like rounded diamonds, which, I mean, that is just going to look awesome on a bait if I can get it on a bait. We'll have to try one to see, I guess. Okay, drop scale small pattern. Let's have a look at this. I guess a teardrop, I'm guessing, is the wording we got going on here. Looks pretty nice. I do see right here one that's not been pulled out, not a big deal. We can easily pop that out of there, it won't hurt a thing. Okay, looks sweet. And then we got real scale small pattern. Let's see what we got here. Okay, yep, there it is. Pretty much looks like a real scale shape, but smaller diamonds than, or I'm sorry, not diamonds, smaller pattern than the others. So, okay, so we got small, small, real scale, large, and we got soft diamond, large, and okay, sweet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to do quite a bit with these as far as some like big glides go. These large patterns, they're gonna be awesome, perfect size for that. And honestly, depending on the species or whatever I'm trying to emulate, the small ones here are probably gonna work really good for probably some big glides too, and you could get into some smaller baits. So I say we paint up a lure with some of these and see what we got. So I'm gonna get things cleaned up here and sorted out. Don't forget to check out Custom Bait Shop, and I'll be back. Oh, before we get too carried away, I'm going to use this Hinko Mini Half from Alternative Lures. I've never used one of these, but I sure do like the profile. We'll see what we can come up with. First, I think I'm going to go ahead and sand everything down to get. We're going to try and get some halfway decent details buried into the bait. It's hard to do that when there's no scale pattern and it's just clear gloss like this. I mean, I obviously want to use the bone, but we'll just start off by getting everything sanded down so it'll take some color, and we'll see what we can come up with here. Okay, so I got it all sanded up here. Let's see. Cleaned off with some alcohol. And I'm going to do kind of a similar thing that I've done in a few other videos and just kind of wash this thing with some black. And that will give me a base for some of the highlight colors I'm going to put on before I put anything else on the bait. So let's go ahead and get that going. If you haven't seen any other videos, just follow along here. I'm going to kind of go over it again while we're doing this. So I'm going to get some opaque black, load it up in the gun here. Okay, I'm running 45-50 psi, pretty high pressure. I'm just going to coat the side of the bait, and then I'm going to take just another shop towel here and just wipe it all off. I'm hoping that this gets into all the little grooves that I sanded in there and kind of gives it some detail. Getting started here. So here we go, got it loaded up. We're just going to blast it on. Okay, get that sprayed on there. Standard old shop towel. Just wipe it off. You can definitely see where we sanded and where we did not. Okay. Ain't too worried about this. If you guys don't want to repaint bone on the bottom, just get a little bit of your, just a little dab of water. Don't take much. Put it on your rag here, You can go back and, well, blend it in. That ain't gonna work. I guess I lied to you. Didn't mean to do that. That's okay. We'll just blend it in. I guess you're gonna have to blend it in. My fault. Okay, there we go. Really took on a lot of color there, so more so than I wanted, but it's an experimental bait. We'll see what we can come up with. Let's go ahead and get this side painted, and we'll wipe her down and see how it goes. Well, with great painting risk comes interesting challenges, I suppose. And that's all right. We can always make something else out of it if it doesn't look like we want it. There it is. It's real dirty. Guess that's what we were looking for. Let's get some on my hand here. Keep spreading it around. Okay. Notice I'm not being very careful about any of this. There's probably better ways to do it, but while we're experimenting, anything can happen, I suppose. All right. So we're going to start off with the blue right here. Wicked colors. I like blue. Now I'm going to try and just keep this kind of upper portion. I may come down a little bit in it. I don't want to go all the way down to the bottom where the red's going to be, but I'll keep it up here across the back and stuff. Still running really high PSI, so 45, 50, something like that, just to keep the paint blasted on there best it can. Here we go. Okay. Set. Get a rag. Wipe it off here. You know what, I may just put it on there and leave it on there. Something like that. That's good enough to me. I'm gonna go ahead and heat it, set that, and leave it. Okay, I'm just going to flip over and spray the other side, and it looks like we're just going to leave it. Okay. I don't know how to stress to you enough. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so we're going to use a little Wicked Highlight Red. Clean the brush, do the bottom. Come on. let's see here. I'm gonna do the sides a little bit. I'm gonna get the bottom done. Okay. There we go, we got to start. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing mounted up now. I think we can work on bringing out scales and, you know, exterior texture, put all this behind everything and see what we can come up with. So let's go ahead and get that going and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got this thing all dried out and you can kind of see the highlight color there kind of shining through everything. It's pretty interesting looking, really. I did go ahead and put a really heavy coat of 40/50 gloss on here. Now this will protect that layer underneath there from getting peeled up. I've decided to use the Custom Bait Shop soft stencil, soft diamonds, large pattern. I'm just gonna, like I said, we're kind of making this up as we go and just kind of experimenting around to see what we can come up with here. I'm gonna put this stencil pattern on and I'm going to kind of just wing it for the most part on what I think might look good. And I also wanted this bait to actually be boned, so I think the first thing we want to do is get this thing applied here and go ahead and cover the whole side of the bait here with bone, and we'll see what I want to do as far as adding any other textures or detail to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get that going and I'll be back with you. Okay, we got that on there. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the old Tim Gore's bloodline, old bone white. I'm just going to coat the bait and just to try to put some depth behind the scales. Everything that the color wise that you see there is going to be more of a everything that shows out in between the scales. Now, I don't know if this is going to work. We're just going to try it. If we fail, you guys can watch me fail, I suppose. We're running 40 psi, and I'm just going to go ahead and cover the whole side of the bait here. Okay, that'll do for now. I'm not worried about up here on the face. I'll separate that later. Right now we're just worried about the body of the bait, or I am anyways. All right, so I think I've decided I'm going to try a little bit of pearlized white. I'm not going to use, well, I'll just show you what I'm doing here. I'm going to take one of these stencils. Now this is from Blair School of Realism. You can see that. And I'm going to lay this over the stencil here and cover it with this. I don't want to ruin all my bone because I want to have still have a bone base, but I want to put a little bit of, just brighten it up a little bit and give it some shine. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll move on to the next thing. All right, so I got the brush loaded up. I'm still running around 40 psi. I kind of like to do a lot of this. I don't know, it ain't going to be perfect, but we're just going to lay it on there and try and throw some color at it, get something going here. Hopefully it just gives a little bit of depth to everything, kind of the goal. Okay, a little bit down here in the belly area. Clean the stencil off, it's getting quite the build up. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do here is get some of this Wicked Colors highlight gold, and I'm going to just pretty much follow this lateral line. I'm going to kind of blow it out a little bit, that way there's a kind of a gold stripe down the side here. So let's go ahead and get some of the brush and get that on. Okay, so I lowered the pressure down to about 35, in that range, and I'm just going to, like I said, just follow this lateral line here and just try to add a little bit of gold to it. Just run it straight off the back. Okay. Kind of hard to tell without getting some shine on it, but I think that'll come out. All right, clean the brush and we'll move on. Okay, so if you guys can get these Gerald Mendez stencils, now this came from Spray Gunner. If you look close, you can see these little tabs here. And I just take a razor knife and I just pop those, and then that way I can pull the stencil out. And then really you can use the actual body of this, like the edges of it, as some of your designs, and then this, of course, can be used for other stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this out and we'll move on to the next thing here. Okay, so now that we got this thing separated, I'm gonna go ahead and put the line across the back here. I'm going to be using a pearlized pearl black. This is just going to tie the top of the bait in and give the top section its, shape or whatever. So let's go ahead and get some of this in the brush, and we'll get this going. All right, so I'm mainly going to keep this up pretty high. You can let it come down some, and then as it goes in between all the other random textures here, it'll just add a little bit more to the bait. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this started about right up here. We're running about 30 psi. Some of this stuff's kind of hard to get going. Okay, there we go. Get it off there. Okay, get that off there. I'll tell you what, you could not do this with any other scale style pattern, so it's pretty great that I'm able to pull this off. And we'll just do this. Okay, there we go. That gives it a nice dirty look. Yeah, I think I really like the way that's turned out so far. Let me get something. We'll put us a nice shad dot on there because, well, you got to have it. And we'll see what it looks like when we peel this thing off here. Okay, I'm going to try something a little different here with a shad dot. I just taped off a random section up here, and I'm just going to, that's going to be my shad dot. I don't know how I'm going to put it on there, but I think I want it roughly up here. So let's see here. Put it, might angle it a little bit. I'm just gonna stick it about right there. I'm gonna go ahead and use the same paint as I did on the top, that pearl black, and we'll just go ahead and drop this in. Okay, that'll be the shad dot for the bait. All right, now I think that's all I really want scale-wise on the side of the bait. Now it still is kind of bone looking. It's got a nice dark back line up there, plenty dark enough for me. We got a nice gold stripe down through here, you can kind of see. And hopefully when I pull this off, we got all that color underneath, like in between all the scales. I have no clue how this is going to turn out, so let's just peel this off and see what we get. Oh, there we go. That's how that turned out. Right or wrong, that is the flavor. I think what I'm going to do with the shad dot though is I'm going to go back over that and kind of blend it all. Boy, you can really see that blue from the side. That is really neat. I don't think you could do that with any other type of stencil. So I just, I don't know if I can get a light on it to, I guess you can kind of maybe see it. I don't know. It's pretty unique though, if nothing else. Maybe we'll go over the back line again, get that kind of blended together, and I probably want to get that shad dot kind of straightened up. It looks quite a bit different to me than it does on the camera here. We got a lot of shine. It's still definitely bone. Each scale's got a little bit of texture. I don't know if I can, that'll focus. You can kind of see it. Which is kind of neat. We need to blend that shad dot though, and then I'll work on separating the head. But I'm gonna do the other side before I separate the head and get it all painted in. So, and just to try to get it all back to the same color. That'll kind of separate that a little bit, make it pop out some. It looks way more crazy on the camera, the dot does, than it does. It actually blends fairly good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and flip it around and try and get started on the other side. See what we can come up with here. Okay, so now we're caught up. I guess I need to figure out what I want to do with the face up here. I think I'm going to I'll probably do white and pull it back to a bone color, and then add some subtle highlights of offset colors from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some bone and try and fill this all back in and bring it all back to the standard color, and we'll go from there. And we're just going to try and stay up here on the gill plate. I'm not using a stencil, so if I screw this up, don't do what I did and make yourself a stencil. But like I said, we're winging this, so I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I'm just kind of winging it. So let's go ahead and get started on bringing back the color. Trying to stay up on the gills. It's probably gonna take a few coats because there's such a contrast. Notice I'm spraying in the direction like this so I don't get a lot of blowback. Nice and slow. Let's get that. Okay. Put that on the top. Okay, well, I got paint in here. I'm gonna go ahead and try and blend the belly back out. Okay, so for the front here, I'm going to keep it pretty basic, I think. I'm going to go with a pearlized white, and I'm going to kind of like put some modeling over the gill again, the same on the other side. That'll kind of bring it back and give it this sheen that we're looking for. It'll also should keep most of the bone flavor. And then we'll try to blend it in with some black on the back here. And anyway, let's just try it. Let's just see if we can get some of this on there and see what it looks like, and we'll go on from there. Okay, same old stencil. Okay, that'll give it a little bit of shine. Let's go ahead and do this side. Okay. I don't know how much that'll show up, but it does give it a little bit of shine, a little bit of color. Okay, let's get that heat set. And I think what I'll do now is I'll try to blend some of the back into the head here. Okay, same old stencil. I'm just going to kind of lay it up there roughly, kind of where I think I might want to keep it. And let's see what we got here. Okay, do this side. Okay. Now let's see here. How do I want to do the back? I think. I think I'm gonna just run over here. Just try to blend it together on the top. Okay. It's looking pretty sweet. Do a little bit of darkening around the eyes. This stuff's not super fine. Don't shoot super fine because it's all metallic-y. It's kind of a heavier grit. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lower the pressure down. Hopefully it ain't too low. We're about 25 here, so let's go ahead and there we go. Just kind of work it nice and easy around the eye. And not too much. Same over here. Just a little bit, there we go. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna run back to this highlight red, and I'm gonna go ahead and run it along the belly here, see if I can't get a little bit of color out of it, and kind of, if you can kind of see that highlight back here behind the scales, it's kind of reddish. I'm gonna try and just blend the belly a little bit into that and see if that helps me down here. Okay, it actually worked out pretty good. It's got a nice little pinkish hue, but it's still bone. Okay. All right, so I think I got this bait roughly where I want it. You can see in between the scales, we got the blue shine. If you hit it from the side, we got a, well, from this, it don't really matter. You can see there's shine everywhere on the bait. We got gold going through it, the pearl white running through it, we got the red running across the bottom. We still got a lot of our bone base. I'm going to go ahead and throw another coat of 4050 gloss UVLS on this. Okay, so we got this thing covered in UVLS, and it's time to put eyes on it and put the fins and things on here. So again, I'm going with Matthew Nix here, Nix Creations on Etsy for the eyes. Here's a kind of going with a little bluer hue here. Should look pretty good. Anyways, I'm putting everything on with Loctite super glue. Just your standard liquid ordeal here. So hopefully this stuff will hold it on. Try to get, well, okay, there we go. Now, I don't know what you guys think about this thing. After I got it, now I had my doubts, I'll just be honest with you. I really think this is going to be sweet. Color turned out awesome. Hopefully when I get some photos of this thing, you can see that bluish hue that's just behind all the scales, and then you got that pinkish hue on the bottom there. There's so much metallic or pearlescence to this bait, it's crazy. So I don't know if it's going to help or not, but man, it sure looks awesome. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing clear coated and see see what it looks like after that. And I'm definitely going to be throwing this thing, see if I can't get on something with it. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video, and make sure you guys subscribe. I'll thank you guys, and I'm going to get this clear coated, and we'll see what it looks like, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.